A newly has been added to my new currency has been added to my scouts. Cool, I guess. NFL offseason welcome pack. Get a 85 Julio. Okay. How does that compare to my Calvin? Ooh, he has better catching though. He's a lot better than. We'll find a place for him. We'll find a place for him. Find a place. Julio. Calvin in the slot. I did not like George Kittle at the slot receiver though. Fine, let's have George Kittle at the slot then. No, actually no, I want Calvin Johnson there. Calvin's gonna be because he used the slot. Receiver. Alright, see what these scout stuff do. Go to the store. See what these scout stuff do. Scout use 1,280 will get me a 86 to 89. Neat. That's pretty neat. I really hope they didn't get rid of the Ultimate Legends. Good, they didn't. I was about to say. Scouting. They had a scouting solos. What do they give you? Well, a bunch of scout stuff. So okay. I'm gonna complete the Ultimate Legend stuff. So I think so I can get that player. What was it, 94 I think? I don't remember.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach welcoming you to Madden Ultimate Team. This is the NFL on.
Alright, who's think they're getting the ball first? Yep.
Here's Blair Walsh now about ready to get us started. And here we go. We're underway in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Redskins offense as they get ready. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off of play action, here's Smith. That is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. That's
I popped it free,
but the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
it is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
That just sucks,
There's a
dude.
little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free,
Dang.
but couldn't take it
I
away.
had it, man.
Ball out as they come up on 1st and 10.
What's up, bro? My freaking things aren't popping up. What is up with that? My comments aren't popping up. How do I fix it? I don't get how to fix that.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
No, sir, AP.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd down, Peterson.
Nope.
So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down at about 9 to go.
I don't mind giving up a field goal.
All right, Brand, I know we're early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Throw left side is to Reed.
First.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Smith finding his big tight end Reed for a Redskins first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Peterson. It showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Gosh, no lie, bro. AP's running all through me.
Blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Escaping the pressure right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Even though it's the opening drive of the game, he wasn't shy about taking off and running with the football, even knowing the defense is definitely going to take their shots at him, and that's exactly what they did. He better learn to slide, otherwise he won't be around to finish this one.
Here's Smith.
No.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed from 3 yards out. And the Redskins take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away.
You know what time it is? Prime time. No, it's not.
Nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
They do have Sean Taylor, so I do got to watch out for him.
Now from the 30.
But, you know who I got on my team? I got Julio Jones, man. I got Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson, Jerry Rice. You know, like, like I got great wide receivers. I got some pretty good wide receivers.
Big play here for the Cowboys. 59 yards. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Looking to throw. Graham eluding the pressure right. So 1:55 to go in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is. We'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And this
Julio!
is caught
Got
for a
him!
Cowboy touchdown. Julio Jones there to make the grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instincts sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ball up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Josh Doxson's complete. Smith finding Doxson that time for a Washington first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Smith on first down.
Dion.
Complete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Touchdown, Washington! Josh Doxson, 64 yards. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls
prime
over.
time.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On 1st and 10, Graham looking downfield for Jones. It got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 38. They'll run with Allen. Powerful running. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. To throw on 2nd down, Graham. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Throwing on 3rd and long. Graham looking deep for Julio. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage. And likely time for one
Hail
final
Mary.
play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Come on, baby.
A final shot before break. Graham, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And
Let's
that is caught.
go!
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Let's go!
Julio Jones, as time expires in the first half. And the
Go,
Cowboys
baby.
are an extra point away from tying the football game. And just before the half ends, the prayer is answered. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Back to throw. Graham. Over the middle, that's caught by Rice. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And he'll take this inside the 30
mean to
to
run
about
with
the
Otto
29,
Graham,
maybe
but
the 28-yard
okay.
line. 2 yards the gain on the keeper.
Literally
And
gave me
second down.
2 yards.
They
Awesome.
tried a quick hitter inside,
2 yards.
but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Oh, my Lord. I had a wide open receiver.
Able to drop him for a loss of 4.
I'm going
You
to chunk it
never
up
want
to
to give up a
Julio
sack.
here.
From the
Or
O-line's
Rice.
perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Come
no
on,
doubt, they
Julio.
have a ton of pride, and they go into every...
Julio!
Cowboy
What a
touchdown.
play! Julio Jones!
33 yards.
Let's
And the
go,
Cowboys
bro.
have
This is
broken the
like...
tie.
Yeah, I just freaking...
And now
Oh, my
Jason
Lord. This
Garrett
card is so
electing
good
for his
right so
guys to
far,
try
man.
for 2. They're going to try and run. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Defensively, certainly not fooled there. Play started at the 2, and he was tackled at the 2.
That has to feel good for them. Not happy about having given up the touchdown, but stopping the 2-point conversion gives them a little bit of a lift as they head to the bench.
So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology.
Deion Sanders!
Deion Sanders, the Hall of Fame.
Prime
Guys
time!
will take over at their
It's
own
prime
44-yard line.
time, baby!
And he showed off yet again those elite cover skills that make him one of the greatest to ever play the cornerback position. If you're going to throw it anywhere in his vicinity, you obviously have to be on the
Throw it
high
up to
alert
the
because he's a
O-lineman.
tremendous athlete.
Well, a great athlete indeed. He can pretty much do anything. In fact, he's the only person
This
to
is
have both the
retarded.
reception
It's just
and
too
an interception in
easy.
Super Bowl history. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
That was an O-lineman who just did that.
Here's Allen.
Oh my God, spin
It's
the
a
right
loss of
way,
4
Marcus.
there, bringing up second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker.
Indeed.
What that means is
Indeed.
his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those
Over
guys.
2?
It's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Six-time Pro Bowler Calvin Johnson, the intended target. And it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Julian Edelman, 32 yards. And the Cowboys
Go,
will
baby.
extend their lead.
Julian Edelman
And he's
right
a little
over
bit
the
on
middle.
the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense.
Oh,
Under
no.
pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Or the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Walsh now to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle made there by Zach Brown.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Well, yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Now from the 7, here's second and goal.
He did.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. He'll get it up the middle. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the gun on third down, Graham. And he's got it. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And it's a fake.
Oh!
He's gonna throw it. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Oh, my Lord.
In for the score. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage.
Hey, wants a
as they
football.
cash
Here you go.
in for 6.
Boom.
And the fake field goal works to perfection. You don't see it often, and they caught him by surprise.
And how about the guts to call it in that situation? Think you can get an easy 3? Instead, you turn it into 6.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They're down big here.
Deion's blitzing? Oh,
You
no.
just one last drive
Oh, no, I
here
feel
for
bad for
pride.
the quarterback.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's
Make
get
it
out of
up."
here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He'll go over the middle to Reed, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 18 yards on each of the last two plays, and they're picking up big chunks now. On first down, it's Smith. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught by the tight end Reed. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed, his second touchdown of the night. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Oh, and I think the Redskins got it. Yes, they did. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They are in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. To throw is Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Oh, you're lucky.
It's a gain of
You're
11 yards that time.
lucky.
It produces a new set of downs. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores, want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. Now we've got whistles here before the snap. Was this on the Redskins? I think so. Moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Out of the gun, Smith. Completes it right.
Flag. Illegal touching.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To throw on second down is Smith. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Corey Graham. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. What? Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. Now a carry for Allen. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So let's preach. It's coach. It's thought about.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defense.
Oh yeah, I'm about to hop off here. I'll stream probably 2K a little bit later. Peace out.